Good evening, folks. Good evening, folks. It's your bro, Richie Rich here. Uh, Tonight in this video, I'm back with another car explanation video for y'all. And tonight in this video, I'll be talking to y'all about one of the most greatest looking futuristic race cars of all time. Now, I wanted to do this one for quite a while. Considering like this was like one of the best cars for the future, as I like to call it, because this car was so futuristic that it dominated like the racing championships. Wonder what car I'm talking about? Yep, you guessed it. Um, if not, I'll just tell you. Tonight in this video, I'll be talking to y'all about the 2023 Cadillac Cadillac V Series R. So this is its first like ever like race car, as I like to think of it, because I don't know, Cadillac was just more about luxury, not always about racing. I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, well, yeah, sure, they do like a lot of V8s, but like a race car, like for proper racing, like on a tracks and all that kind of stuff. But this time, for 2023, which was around 3 years ago, they did this exact car. So, before I start telling you all about this car, make sure you all like the video, subscribe, comment down below what you guys think, hit the notification bell and hit all so you of when I make brand new uploads. Alright, so without any further ado, let's begin. So the 2023 Cadillac Cadillac 2023 Cadillac V Series R. Here we go. So the V Series R. The V Series R, originally named the Cadillac V dash LMDH. So capital LMD and then lowercase h. is a sports prototype race car. is a sports prototype race car. Designed designed by Cadillac, designed by Cadillac, and built by Delata. So it was designed by the Americans, built by the Italians. It's kind of weird for this American-Italian combo. I don't know. I mean, it's good, but but yeah, at the same time, it does sound a little bit weird. But yeah, designed by Cadillac and built by Delata. Designed by Cadillac and built by Delata, which they made the Delata Stradale. There we go. Sorry, it just feels weird because I just had a shower just now, looking fresh. There we go. So I'm gonna do some adjusting to this because the charging is getting a bit full right now. So so apologize if I keep unplugging and replugging it, but I apologize. So so it's a sports prototype race car designed by Cadillac and built by designed by Cadillac and built designed by Cadillac and built by Delata. It's designed to the Le Mans Daytona to the Le Mans Daytona H regulations, and debuted in the IMSA sports car championship at the season opening 24 hours of Daytona in Florida. The cars the cars also contesting consisting the FIA WEC World Endurance Championship for 2023 onwards. The V Series R uses one of the largest motors largest motors in its category, running a naturally aspirated V8 with a 5.5 liter motor displacement. So the first part we got is category. So what was that though? So his category was the Le Mans Daytona H. Constructor was both Cadillac and joint with Delata. Designers were were Chris Michalauskas. Sounds Latvian or Lithuanian, either one. It was the exterior designer, Aaron Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer? I can't pronounce his last name correctly, but Aaron, his last name is spelled Pfeiffer, who's the vehicle technical leader. So it was the vehicle technical leader. Then we got Adam Trojanek. His last name is spelled Trojanek, who's the lead propulsion propulsion engineer. Predecessor was the Cadillac DPI-VR. Technical specs is next. The chassis is based on an L. So the chassis is based on an L. So it's based on an. So the chassis is based on an LMP2 based Delata carbon fiber structural skin. So LMP2, that presumably is Le Mans prototype, I think. Yeah, Le Mans prototype 2, based Delata carbon fiber structural skin. For the motor, it's got the Cadillac LMC 55 so Cadillac LMC 55R. A naturally aspirated 5.5 a naturally aspirated 5.5 a naturally aspirated 5.5 liter 90 degree 32 valve dual overhead camshaft V8 motor. So V8 motor. And it was paired with an electric motor. It was rear mounted 50 kilowatt, not kilowatt, it was a 50 kilowatt spec MGU electric motor supplied by German company Bosch, producing 67 horsepower, which is not that much. However, paired with the V8, also paired with an X-Track, P1, so with an X-Track P1359 or P1359, 7-speed sequential manual. Along with that in the V8, total power output 671 horsepower, the same as a 2010 Murcielago Lamborghini LB670-4 SV, obviously. So power 670 horsepower, well 671 horsepower. The weight weighs at 2270 2270.8 pounds. The 2270.8 pounds, which is 1,030 kilos, which is lighter than a Mastretta. It's lighter than a Mastretta MXT, which is like this Mexican sports car. Or Cadillac's 20 kilos lighter than that. I'd say 20, like 30, maybe 40, 50 pounds. I don't know. Anyways, so for the fuel, it's got two different types of fuels. For the WEC World Endurance Championship, it uses Total Energies fuel, and then for IMSA, it uses VP Racing fuels. Lubricants for Mobile 1, which do like oil, brake fluid, probably all that kind of stuff. like random, like it's a synthetic motor oil, technically. And Mobile One is actually US. It's from America. I always thought that it was European Mobile One. Huh. I might talk about that one day. Mobile One. I don't know. I might talk about some racing fuels and what like synthetic oils, like racing oils for cars as well. I don't know, but whatever I have in mind, I'll think of something. Don't worry, I'll think of something. Anyway, several lubricants was obviously Mobile One, where you do synthetic racing oils and all that. For the brakes were Brembo, uh, were carbon ceramic Brembo brakes. 380 front, 355 rear, with Brembo monoblock, Brembo monoblock, Brembo monoblock 6-piston calipers. For the tires, they're Michelin slicks with OZ, like OZ Superleggera one piece forged alloy wheels. 2971 front and 3471 rear. All four are 18-inch wheels. Next up, competition history. So noble entrants. So these are like the racing teams and the drivers who participated in the race. So for noble entrants, we got first two from the states. Obviously from America. So we got AER American. So we got AER Action Express Racing, and then we got CGR. Almost a CGI. CGR Chip Ganassi Racing. First two are Americans. Then we got a British entrance. HCJ Hertz Team Jota, JOTA. Then we got from the States again, WTR Wayne Taylor Racing. Then we got the notable drivers. So the first one we got is from France. We got Sebastian. We got Sebastian Bourdou. I can't pronounce that. It's a French word. Who is a French pro racing driver who currently races in the FIA WEC Championship, World Endurance Championship for Cadillac Hertz Team Jota in the hypercar category. And he was one of the most successful drivers in the history of America. And he was one of the most successful drivers in the history of American open wheel car racing, having won 37 races. He won four successive or successful championships in the open wheel racing series sanctioned CCWS Champ Car World Series from 2004 to 2007. He later competed at the IndyCar series from 2011 to 2021, so for 10 years straight, so a full decade. He also entered 27 races in F1 for the Toro Rosso team during 2008. So for the Toro Rosso team during 2008 and also the start of 2009. So he was born February 28th, 1979, age 46, in Le Mans, France, in the city of Le Mans, in northwestern France. on the Sarthe River, where it meets the Huisne. I can't pronounce it, but it's spelled Huisne. So it's spelled Huisne. Yep, I legit hate French. Honestly, I just hate it. Can't even say the words properly. Anyways, so for notable, so for notable drivers, we got Sebastian Bourdou. I can't pronounce it, but I think it's French. You already know. Then we got Scott Dixon, who's Australian. Renger van der Zande, who's Dutch. Then we got another Australian, Earl Bamber. Then we got the British drivers. We got Alex Lynn, Richard Westbrook, and Jack Aitken. I can't pronounce the last name correctly. Spelled Aitken. Then we got Pipo Darani from Brazil. And we got another British driver, Alexander Sims. Well, that's easy to know. Oh, easy to say. So, you know, some of these drivers have like weird names, but it is tough to pronounce usually. Anyway, so its debut was at the so its debut was at the 2023s. So it was at the 2023 24 hours of Daytona in Florida. And from its first win, first win at that same year was the 12 was the that same year was the 12 hours of Sebring, also in Florida, same year 2023. and both its last win and its last event. So its final win and final event was at the both at the 2025 Petite Le Mans. It participated in 25 races, and it won 7 times, took 13 podiums, 9 poles, and finished its 7 final laps. Well, finished its 7 fastest laps. Sorry. So 7 fastest laps. It won and one one win for the team championships, one for the constructors championships, and one for the drivers championships. All right, so okay, so the Cadillac V Series are originally named the Cadillac V. The LMDH is a sports prototype race car designed by Cadillac, both designed by Cadillac and built by Delata. So built by the Americans. Well, not sorry. Well, designed by the Americans. So designed, well, styled by the Americans, built by the Italians. I kind of like this American-Italian combo. It's interesting. Anyways, so designed by Cadillac and built by Delata. So designed by the Americans, built by the so designed by the Americans, built by the Italians. It's designed to the Le Mans Daytona H regulations and debuted in the IMSA Sports Car Championship at the season opening 24 Hours of Daytona in Florida. The car is also contesting the FIA World Endurance Championship or FIA WEC Championship from 2023 onwards. the the V series R uses uses one of the largest one of the largest motors in one of the largest motors in its category, running a naturally aspirated V8 with a 5.5 liter motor displacement. as of November 2025, so around 2 months ago, the V Series R has 7 wins to its name, and achieved 13 podium finishes. It took the teams' drivers and manufacturers' championships of the 2023 IMSA Sports Car 2023 IMSA Sports Car Championship season, or 2023 IMSA SCC season. The first of those competed, not competed. The first of those completed with a the first of those completed with AER. So with AER, American Express Racing. Next up, we got his background. On August 24th, 2021, few days before I started my final year of high school, well, secondary school. So on August 24th, 2021, Cadillac announced they would participate in in IMSA's new GTP class. So IMSA's new GTP class, and join the FIA WEC's hypercar class in 2023 using an LMDH compliant racing design. It was also confirmed on the same day that the Lada was chosen as the chassis supplier for their LMDH contender, and that both AER Action Express Racing and CGR Chip Ganassi Racing, so that both AER and CGR would campaign the car in the 2023 IMSA Sports Car Championship season, as well as contest the 24 Hours of Le Mans. Cadillac released renders of the car on June 9th, 2022, around a month before my prom, before high school and whatnot. So they released the renders of the car on June 9th, so very early June 2022. I think it was after I finished school, something like that. It was also announced that the car would use a hybrid powertrain. Unbelievable. Every time I say hybrid or electric, I just slump like this. It just spoils it all with all this electric hybrid crap. I just don't like how they're just ruining the cars with all this technology. It's good, but the hybrid electrics just ruins it. Just ruins it all. Anyways, so Caddy released renders of the car on June 9th, 2022. It was also announced that the car would use a hybrid powertrain. Unbelievable. Consisting of a 5.5 liter naturally aspirated 90-degree V8 and standardized hybrid drivetrain components provided by WAE, Williams Advanced Engineering, Bosch and X-Track. So Bosch and X-Track, and that CGR, Chip Ganassi Racing, would campaign one car in the in the 2023 FIA WEC season. The first shakedowns completed in July 2022. July 2022 when I had my prom, and it was when I first started YouTube back then. Very, very, very long time ago, but you know, I mean, like over the years, I changed channels and whatnot, upgraded phones, new channels, new content, all that kind of stuff. Trying to like progress where I'm going through for all my YouTube careers. Well, through my career, YouTube, how well I progressed over the years and how well I did back then, it was just astonishing. I did astonishingly well. Anyways, that's beside the point. I mean, I did well, but hopefully this new channel will be like 10 times better. I have high hopes for this. I just don't know like what else I would do, but I'll see what more I can possibly do. And yeah, sorry if I'm sounding a little bit different. It's because this freezing cold temperatures just taking a toll on me. But with winter stuff, hats, scarf. It's not the normal scarf, but like it's like when you're wearing a mask for racing, you wear it the first before you put the helmet. It's exactly like that, but not covering you full. It's like a round like cylinder, just literally force it in, like poke it through the head and just poof, cover it. I'll admit it gets a bit tight and I just start to feel like I'm gonna like be sick and whatnot, but it's just designed to keep me warm, which is useful for these cold conditions. It was cold outside today, freezing cold. My hands were just so red. It was super super cold. I legit was like, feel like I was legit gonna freeze to death and catch a cold. Ow, ow. Yep, I'm a bit of a pain right. I'm in a bit of a pain right now. Yeah, my entire arm is just aching a little bit. God. Ow. Anyway, so so Cadillac released renders of the car on June 9th, 2022. It was also announced that the car would use a hybrid powertrain consisting of a 90-degree naturally aspirated 5 90 consisting of a 90-degree naturally aspirated 5.5 liter V8 motor and standardized hybrid drivetrain components provided by Williams Advanced Engineering, Bosch, and X-Track, and that CGR Chip Ganassi Racing would campaign one car in the 2023's FIA WEC World Endurance Championship season. The first shakedown was completed in 2022. This was followed by testing at both Sebring International Raceway, or SIR for short. So Sebring International Raceway and Road Atlanta. So in both Sebring, Florida, and Braselton, Georgia, where the car covered nearly 12,000, like 12,000 miles. 12,000 miles. That is just crazy. It's ludicrously crazy. It's ludicrous. It's just insane. Like, how? Like, that many miles? Presumably, it must have been doing racing, like, for, like, every single, like, day, every night, probably every week, month. Presumably, I guess it just did, like racing, like, it's, I have a feeling it just did racing, like, in its entire whole year, non-stop, honestly, just mind blown. I don't know how they did that, but man, brilliant, just brilliant. Like honestly, just fantastic. Honestly, just brilliant. Honestly, just brilliant. So interesting. Interesting. The first shakedown was completed in July 2022. This was followed by testing. This was followed by testing at both Sebring International Raceway and Road Atlanta in both Sebring, Florida, and Braselton, Georgia, where the car covered nearly 12,000 miles. Again, this is nuts. I think it's in Sebring, Florida. Let's have a look. Oh, it is. Oh, it is Sebring, Florida. In the Highlands County, Florida. Sorry, I play a lot of Forza and it has that exact same track to it. So it's easy to get confused between that and the car I'm talking about now. Okay, this was followed by testing at both Sebring International Raceway in Sebring, Florida, and Road Atlanta in Braselton, Georgia. So in Braselton, Georgia. Where, fun fact about that track, that was where 2014's Need for Speed was actually filmed when Toby Marshall, played by Aaron Paul. So where Toby Marshall, played by Aaron Paul, known as Jesse Pinkman in the Breaking Bad series, drove the 2014, which underneath was technically a modified 2013 Shelby GT500 Mustang converted to a 2014 Mustang GT, driving around the track. It's just crazy. Driving around the track, even during filming like with the behind the scenes for me, it was filmed during very, very early 2013 actually. Around, let's say, probably March, April, something like that. Filming mostly in Georgia. I don't know. Something like that. But yeah, I just thought I'd let you know. Anyways, yeah. So the first shakedown was complete. So the first shakedown was completed in July 2022. This was followed by testing at both Sebring International Raceway in Sebring, Florida, and Road Atlanta in Braselton, Georgia, where the car covered nearly 12,000 miles in October 2022. So 3 years ago, because we're in 2026 right now, GM's sports car racing program manager Laura Klauser noted that both both teams both teams were working together to get the three cars ready on time for the 2020 for the 2023 24 hours of Daytona. CGR would enter two cars for Daytona before splitting both cars to enter both the IMSA and WEC champion not championships and both the IM to enter both the IMSA and CGR would enter two cars for Daytona before splitting both cars to enter both the IMSA and WEC and WEC seasons on a full-time basis respectively. AER, so Action Express Racing would only campaign one car one car for the entire IMSA schedule. Next up we got is the competition history. And there's one part which I would rather skipped because this next part is legit gonna be completely berserk. It's just gonna be nuts with how this is set up. Alright, so next part is competition history. So we got 2023. So Caddy revealed that V Series R would under three primary colors: yellow, black, and red. Uh, each color taken directly from Cadillac's logo. For that year's, excuse me, for the 2023 IMSA Sports Car Championship, or SEC, Chip Ganassi Racing, or CGR, ran both the yellow and blue cars under the numbers one and two, respectively, respectively competing as the factory Cadillac Racing Squad, and AER ran the red car under the number 31, competing as WER, Wheelan Engineering Racing. The blue car also competed in the 2023's FIA WEC Championship as the sole full-time VS VS V Series R Racing under the number two car. The V Series R made both its global debut and its IMSA SCC, so Sports Car Championship debut at the 24 Hours of Daytona in 2023, alongside three other debutants from Acura, BMW, and Porsche. So Acura, BMW, and Porsche as part of the new Le Mans hypercar and LMDH regulations that were implemented for the 2023 season onwards. Cadillac were frontrunners for the majority of the race in the early stages, but later struggled to keep pace with Acura's ARX-06 race cars. Sounds like a rifle name from Call of Duty Ghosts 2013. I don't know, but whenever I used to play Call of Duty, they have the name ARX 160. It's just a reference, as I just thought I'd let you know. It's an ARX 160 rifle, which is legit crazy. And along with that, I always go with the gold PDW machine pistol, automatic rifle gun thing, whatever it is. Interesting. Back to the car. But later struggled to keep pace. So Cadillac were frontrunners for a majority of the race. So Cadillac were frontrunners for a majority of the race in the early stages, but later struggled to keep pace with Acura's ARX-06 race cars towards the end. So towards the end, now with the leading number one Cadillac falling to third overall, still securing a podium at the finish. The V Series R took its first victory in any series at the second round in the 2023's 12 Hours of Sebring, courtesy of AER. So AER, despite having to bounce back from an early collision with an LMP3 car, that same weekend, that same weekend, the V Series R completed its FIA WEC debut. FIA WEC debut, taking home taking home fourth overall. It's not bad, but it could have been a little bit better. I mean, third, second would have been great, but fourth, I don't know. I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's a start. I mean, it is okay, but still could have done better. But I mean, it's good enough. It's good enough. Sorry, that same weekend, the V Series R completed its FIA WEC debut, taking the VCR completed. Not VCRs, the V Series R. Sorry, that same weekend, I'm gonna lose the world to live. God Lord, the V Series R. There we go. Finally, can you talk? The V Series R completed its FIA WEC debut, taking home taking home fourth overall, just 10 seconds behind the number 50 Ferrari 499P in third. 10 seconds behind that. I might talk about the Ferrari 499P sometime as a futuristic car. Yeah, that's right. Not only am I gonna be doing more American cars, but I also figured I want to do more futuristic looking cars. Some which are from the past, but also some which are from the future now, which they look futuristic and they kind of sound and go futuristic because obviously we're in the future. Obviously, well, 2020, well, God, Lord, I can't even talk. My God. Jesus. But yeah, I just thought, I'd give it a chance to see what it would be like to go back to the old ways that I did with my last channel. Obviously with the European cars, Japanese, and all that kind of stuff. So I've always been with these American cars. I mean, I like it, but I figured that I want to give the Japanese and the European cars a chance. I just don't know when, but at some point I'll try. I'll try as much as I can. I don't know, but I'll see what I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do. See what I can do. So, um, that's that same weekend. So that same weekend, the V Series R completed its FIA WEC debut, taking home um, fourth overall, just 10 seconds behind. Excuse me, behind the number 50 Ferrari 499P in third place. Following the race, Alex Lynn found the results of a fantastic start. Cadillac took home fourth another fourth place finish. Um, in the next round at the 2023 6 hours of Portimao, something like that, which is a endurance sports car racing event held at the Algarve International Circuit at on April 16th, 2023. In the Algarve, which is the southernmost uh, southernmost nuts to region of continental Portugal. So what is nuts kind of statistic? It stands for nomenclature of Territorial Units for Statistics, which is developed by Eurostat and employed in both Portugal and the entire European Union. For statistical purposes, the nuts branch extends from nuts 1, 2, and 3 regions. So nuts 1, nuts 2, and nuts 3 regions. With a with a with a complementary LAU or LAU, local administrative units, subcategorization being used to differentiate the so with subcategorization being used to differentiate the local areas of transnational importance. I'm not gonna go too much of this, but well, now you know at least most of it. Anyways, where was that? Alright, so what was that? So that same weekend, the V Series are completed. It's FIA World Endurance Championship, or WEC debut, taking home fourth overall. It's not bad. It's not bad. Just 10 seconds behind the number 50 Ferrari 499P in third place. Following the race, Alex Lynn. Alex Lynn, his full name was Alexander George Lynn, born September 17th, 1993, age 32, from Great Dunmow, or just Dunmow, which is a historic market town and civil parish in the Uttlesford district of Essex in the UK. Who is Alexander George Lynn, or Alex Lynn, born September 17th, 1993, age 32, is a British racing driver who's from Great Dunmow. He currently competes in last year, so 2025, FIA WEC, driving the number 12 Cadillac V Series R for Jada Sport. He also competed full-time in both the 2019 and 2020 FIA WEC, driving for AMR, Aston Martin Racing, has won the 2017's 12 Hours of Sebring and finished 6th place in both the 2015 and 2016 the 2015 and 2016 GP2 series. Not sure what it is. What is GP2 series? I don't know what it is. It doesn't say what it stands for, but I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Anyways, where was I? So following the race, Alex Lynn found the results a fantastic start. Cadillac took home another fourth place finish in the next round at the 2023's 6 Hours of Portimao, which is an endurance sports car race racing event held in the Algarve International Circuit in Algarve, Portugal, on April 16, 2023. So finishing in the next round of the 2023's, so Cadillac took home another fourth place finish in the next round at the 2023 6 Hours of Portimao. So 6 Hours of Portimao. Can't pronounce it correctly. An additional V Series R was fielded by Cadillac or Caddy at the 2023 6 hours of Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium under the number 3 car for the purposes of preparation for the 2023s at that year's 24 hours of Le Mans. So 24 hours of Le Mans later that year. Unfortunately, the car didn't see the finish, as Renger van der Zande unfortunately suffered a heavy high speed collision at Radilon. I can't pronounce it correctly, but it's spelled. Well, essentially, it's the word raid, but with ILLON in a mix. So it's spelled RAID ILLON. He emerged unharmed, and it's later revealed that the car had a that it was later revealed that the car had a suspected power steering failure. Cadillac's return to the 24 Hours of Le Mans that year marked their first appearance in the endurance race in 21 years, having last competed in the 2002 edition. So Caddy's return to the 24 Hours of Le Mans that year marked their first appearance in the endurance race in 21 years, having last competed in the 2002 edition of the race with the North Star competed in the 2002 edition of the race with the North Star LMP project. All three V Series Rs from both IMSA and WEC, so IMSA and WEC campaigns participated in the event. The full season number 2 car took a surprising third overall in the race and ran relatively trouble-free, so had no problems at all whatsoever. Perfect. Finishing a lap down, so lap behind the number 51, both the number 51 Ferrari and the number 8 Toyota. After the race, Richard Westbrook, born July 10th, 1975. So July 10th, 1975, who's a British pro racing driver noted for his success in racing both Porsche and international sports cars. So I'm not gonna go too much into this. It's gonna take a while. But he does many racing with Porsche Carrera Cup and mostly racing with Porsches and all that, which is pretty good. Anyways, so so after the race, Richard Westbrook, so he stated that the podium was a great start to the program. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit tired right now. In the IMSA competition, the V Series R proceeded to score another win at the 2023 Moto Course de Monterey, and two additional podiums at the 2023's Sachlin's 6 Hours of the Glen, both that and the 2023's at that same year's Petit Le Mans, the latter race proving to be a crucial score. as both Cadillac and AER, as both Cadillac and AER took home all the titles after a season-long title fight with Acura and their teams, both WTR and MSR, Wayne Taylor Racing and Wayne Taylor Racing and Meyer Shank Racing. In the FIA WEC, Cadillac's drivers finished in fifth with 72 points in the drivers' championship. So in the drivers, and fourth in the manufacturers' championship with a tally of 79 points. Next is 2024, which was a good year. I'll admit it, some of it was not really that well. I mean, like, lost people during that time, which was tough, and like, I mean, it was a struggling year. But then 2025 came and it started to regain traction. It was okay. And then yeah, it was a little bit ups and downs, but we got through it in the end. So hopefully 2026 will go a little bit better this time. I just have high hopes it will go much better. I just hope. I don't know. I'm just saying I have high hopes that it goes well. I'm just saying. Anyway, so we got 2024. So Caddy started their 2024. So Caddy started their 2020 started their 2024. So started their 2024 calendar year strong. With the V Series R qualifying on pole position with AER at that year's 24 Hours of Daytona in 2020. 24 Hours of Daytona in 2024. So 24 Hours of Daytona in 2024. In 2024. With a track record, lap set by People Derani, Derani, D-E-R-A, D-E-R-A-N-I, last name, so Derani. Trying to say it in its, was it Italian or something? It looks Italian. Brazilian. Oh my god, sorry about that. Brazilian accent, Italian. It just looks like it's spelled Italian for some unknown reason. But it's Brazilian. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm just tired. I'm in chronic pain. And my elbow just aches. God Lord. Ow. Yeah, I'm just trying to sleep. It will make it better if I just do it like that, but no, it just makes it worse as hell. But still, I'm in pain. I'll be fine as much as I can. Anyways, so Cadillac started. So they started their 2024 calendar year strong with the V Series R qualifying in pole position with AER at that year's 24 Hours of Daytona in 2024. That's when Cadillac were doing this. With a track record lap set by Pipo Derani, AER spent the length of the race up front and were later in contention for the overall victory against Porsche in the final hour, but ultimately fell to second place, only 2.112 seconds behind the race winning number 7 Porsche 963. Caddy's season start in so Caddy's season start in WEC was less than ideal, receiving a disqualification. Caddy's season start in WEC was less than ideal, receiving a disqualification. Receiving a disqualification for a technical breach, a 10th place finish. Unbelievable. And guess what? A retirement high-speed crash in the first 3 rounds. In their IMSA campaign, CGR's number 1 car, so Chip Ganassi Racing's number 1 car remained consistent enough to contest for second in the GTP standings against the number 6 Porsche. God, I'm getting tired. I'm not just slump back. But you guys only race pocket, obviously. So against the number 6 Porsche, eventually finishing the season in third. Only 5 points behind. The defending champion of V Series R from AER concluded their season third, over just season in third. So eventually finishing the season in third, only 5 points behind. The defending champion, V Series R from AER, concluded their season 4th overall. In total, the teams, secured 8 podiums. So 8 podiums, two fastest laps. So 2 fastest laps, 4 pole positions, and 2 wins, both by CGR. The most notable coming at that year's Petit Le Mans. Caddy's WEC campaigns largely uneventful, though they were able to score a pole position at that year's 6 hours of Fuji at the Fuji Raceway in Japan. Last part is 2025 last year, and I'll just end it there because I am getting so sleepy and tired. I just can't really stay awake. I can't just control it. Sorry I scared you. I had to stay awake as much as I can. Oh my god. Oh god. After this, I'm gonna have to sleep because I am just too tired to even do the next part, which I'll tell you after I do this one. Our last up is 2025, and then that'll just pretty much be it. So, CGR departed from Cadillac ahead. So CGR departed from Cadillac ahead of the 2025 calendar year for last year, with both WTR, Wayne Taylor Racing, and Jota Sport, or JS, taking over Cadillac's both factory IMSA and WEC operations respectively. In Jota's first race with the V Series R, they spent most of the early running contending for the win, but quickly dropped dropped from the lead after both cars suffered damage after colliding with each other during a virtual safety car period. WTR's first podium with the V Series R came at last year's Chevrolet. I just say Chevy because it's much easier to say and it's much shorter. Detroit Sports Car Classic, or CDSCC. At last year's 24 Hours of Le Mans, both of Jota's V Series R's secured a front row lookout in hyperpole qualifying, courtesy of both Alex Lynn and Earl Bamber, marking Caddy's first ever pole position at Le Mans. Alex scored back-to-back pole positions for Cadillac in the next race. So Lynn scored. So Alex scored back-to-back pole positions for Cadillac in the next race at last. So for Cadillac in the next race at last year's 6 hours of Sao Paulo for 2025, I believe that's Brazilian. I believe that's Brazilian, I think. I don't know, but I can just check real quick. I think it is Brazilian. It is Brazilian, damn it. So at last year's 6 hours of 6 hour, oh my god, 6 hours of 6 hours of Sao Paulo. Oh my god. I'm trying my best to stay awake as I can, but I'm just so damn tired to even continue. But I'll finish as much as I can before I end the video there, because I really just don't want to take too long to do this, because I'm way too tired for this. And it's just gonna take a toll on me the next morning. I'm not gonna be able to get up at all. I'm not gonna be able to wake up at all. So damn tired. I'm really gonna wake up like legit like 10, 11, because that's how I usually am. But you know, I'll try and finish this as fast as I can. I'll try to finish this as fast as I can, and then after that, I'll just call it night, and then I'll just wait till the next video. I'll see what I can do. So yeah, Lynn scored back to back pole position. Lynn scored back to back pole. Lynn scored back to back pole positions for Cadillac in the next race at last year's 6 hours of Sao Paulo. 6 hours of Sao Paulo. On race day, today when the race actually started, the pole sitting number 12 car took home the victory, with the number 38 car staying ahead of the number 5 Porsche. Number 5 Porsche. Said number 5 Porsche following closely behind to claim both so following closely behind to claim both a 1-2 finish. So to claim both a 1-2 finish. And Cadillac's maiden victory in the in the FIA WEC, so World Endurance Championship. Okay, so let's see here. Did I actually complete all this? Alright, so that's pretty much it. So this next part is just got racing results, but I'm not gonna bother because it's just gonna take forever to legit complete. So rather than just waste time for that, I just figured why not just forget that part and just call it night. Alright, so that is officially it for the Cadillac V Series R. Alright, so that'll be it. If you guys like this video, subscribe, comment down below what you guys think. Hit the notification bell, and hit all as to when I make video uploads. God Lord, I needed to do that. Literally, I was just feeling stiff as a goddamn stone. I just had to loosen up a little bit. But I'm okay. Alright, so that'll be it for tonight. So if you guys like this video, like, subscribe, comment below what y'all think. Hit the notification bell, and hit all so you're alerted alerted of when I make brain up. And hit also alerted of when I make brain uploads. There we go. Sorry, I'm just way too tired to even keep talking and whatnot. Oh my god. So, what is the time? No, I bet it's gonna be at least 1 or maybe 2 in the morning. Not 2, that's a little bit excessive. 12:30, are you kidding me? Oh god. My god, Lord. Oh god, I'm making you guys yawn if I am. I apologize. I'm just way too tired to even continue. I said that'll be it. Love you guys. Like I said, if you guys like this video, like, subscribe, comment below what y'all think. Hit the notification bell and hit all so you're alerted of when I make brand new uploads. Alright, so that'll be it. I'll see you guys soon in the next video. Till then, stay safe. Like, really do stay safe because outside is legit. Been snowing a little bit, but not that much. It's said to have like severe weather, severe cold weather conditions, which many people can get sick by from these freezing cold conditions, like really quick. So always remember to stay warm. Wear proper winter stuff because literally winter is happening. So we all have to be prepared for all this. But yeah, so if you guys like this video, like, subscribe, comment below what y'all think. Hit the notification bell and hit all so you'll know when I make brand new uploads. Alright, so that'll be it. I'll see you guys soon in the next video. Till then, stay safe. Have a great morning. And have a great day as well. And I'll see you guys soon in the next video. So it's 12:30 in the morning, obviously. So yeah, excuse me. See what I mean? This condition, it just, for me, it just kills me with this cold conditions. Honestly, unbelievable. Anyways, but so take care. So take care, folks. Take care, folks. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you guys soon. Good night.